to this meeting because you are going to teach the teachers how to use this new facility?
Yeah, okay. We just started the recording, so inshallah,
Thank you.
I will share the recording. So let me start sharing my mobile screen to show you how the app would look like, and will I'll try my best to show you how things work. But I hope you can see my mobile screen now, and here is the Classdojo app. So I'm currently logged in as myself. I am the teacher of all the classes. That's not a privilege, but just a setup, transitional period until all the teachers take over and they take their classes. If you are a teacher, I have sent you an invitation. Apparently, you would have received multiple classes. Once you create your account, then you will see only those grades that you have been assigned. You won't see all of this. You will only see one or two or three. I don't, some teachers might have more classes, so you will only see those, not everything. So please mind that. And so about the grade 2, for example, I'm just taking grade 2 because grade 2 is not active yet. I haven't added any parents, so we are free to message anything in that, and no one would be bothered on their notification on their application on the mobile, so we can message. So this is how the things will look. You can go to your grade, whatever grade you want to see, and here you can see all your students. You can even add a student. If someone is missing, you don't need to wait for the admin to, all you need is first name as last name. That's all. First name and last name, whatever, and that's it. You can add, and we will get that information on our side as well. So you don't even need to wait for us, but hopefully you will have all the students in your list. So the good thing about this is it's very interactive. Unlike other years, we were focusing only on books, on teaching. We weren't doing anything real, reactive in our daily teaching process. But this thing changes all that. I know it might take a little while for teachers to get used to getting the application, used more often. We understand that, and we will, inshallah, provide the best support we can. And I hope you can focus more on how we can use. There is a whole lot to talk about and use this application. Honestly, we don't even have enough time to discuss everything, but I'm just doing something to start up with you, what you can start with. You don't want to go in too much detail, but there is a Facebook group as well with the Classdojo. If you search on Facebook, Classdojo group, there's a whole group. They have a website. I guess Brother Abbas Mirza will also provide a link with the FAQs of this platform. You can go through the FAQs, and you can see how the things will go. If you have any questions, you can always search as well. So this is an open platform. You're not you're not dependent on us. You can learn yourself as well, and you can progress on how to use the application in a better way. You can, I mean, honestly, this is our first year and I haven't used this platform other than the implementation. And me and Badr Abbas Mirza, we both have sorry, someone has just joined and I don't think this would be a teacher. Let me, so I'm not 100% quite expert on the application, so please excuse me if I'm not able to explain you too much in detail. But inshallah, this is a learning stage for all of us, including the admins. So we will learn on this as we go through. But to begin with, that we have talked to Montreal Madrasa and they are using this and they are very happy with this. This is very interactive. It makes students interactive and happy. So all you have to do is when you start your class, you can begin with this. You can see the students and award them points. Once you click student's name in it, you can see the points, helping others +1. Once you click on it, you will get +1. So awarded points. You can add a note to the points. What was about that thing that you awarded this point? So I just awarded for helping others. So help a fellow student. And this is a logging, a logging feature. Basically, you are logging your own thoughts, because this will ultimately help you in awarding them marks at the end. uh, this platform unfortunately does not support the marking system like we are using on our website school.hussainicalgary.com, what we used last year. this platform does not support it. It does not have that feature at all. So we will still be using the marks system on our website, but this feature will be used on this platform to avoid points. So in the past year, we were awarding points to students only for early bird, but this year we won't be doing that. We will be awarding early bird, but you can also avoid more points for other things. So students get happy when they get more points, when they get recognized ongoing basis, whatever skills they earn, working hard, teamwork, persistence, participating. So I know it's going to be a little tricky and a little bit hard for you to learn how to use this thing, how to basically avoid points. You can be generous, but don't be too generous that it basically becomes kind of less worth. So be considerate about avoiding points. Mind that students will need to learn, do something to earn points. It shouldn't be free, so you can just mind that. And it's up to you. We are not going to monitor you how you avoid points, but it's entirely up to you how you avoid points and how you take away. Needs work are the points that you take away points. Basically, if somebody they didn't behave well, you can. Now this needs work section is not populated. You don't have anything here. So, and this will be again up to the teacher. You can edit skill and you can add skill. Needs work, so you can say maybe early arrival, late needs works with late arrival to school. I know this would be sometimes, and you can see how many points should be deducted when you mark this thing, -2 point because they arrived late, and you just do late save skill. So that would avoid. And when you on a particular student on this, when you click on this will take away 2 points from their earned points. So and also you need to pass on this information to the students as far as you can, as best as you can, so the students learn that why they will be able to see a log. Student parents will be able to see a log, what points my children learn and how they lost their points. So they will be able to see the log. So whatever you do will be visible to them and they will be able to see it. So be mindful of that as well when you award and take away points. I mean, if you put a note, that would be better, but if you cannot put notes, that's still okay. Be interactive as best as you can on this, because this would be a lifeline for our classes. If you want to keep your classroom activity alive, use this as best. Now about the class, this is the place you will be using mostly. You will be posting your contents here. Your what's happening is basically allows you to post text, photo and video. So while you are in your class, you can, of course my phone is not is on the table, so you're seeing all black, but this is how it would be. Just use a photo or a video. You can take a short video, but mindful of that, you just take a short video so everyone has the time to take the time to watch the video. You can post, and I hope all the teachers can honestly post at least one every class, at least once, not more, at least once, to keep the class activity going and to keep the parents informed as well. More posts you do, there is no restriction. That would be more interactive. Your parents will like and comment and all that. So kind of a Facebook interaction. More you post, more of your audience will be interactive, more they will be reacting, and they will enjoy the apparently child parent will be sharing their reaction or points or everything with their children. So the child will also notice how they are receiving and losing points as well. So mind on the points as well as the activity here. So these are the two things that teacher would be doing very often. You can post homework from your computer. Now I'm going to share did I guess I only shared this screen, so I'm going to stop this share. And if when you go to computer, let me share another screen. This is my
Momin bhai, will it be accessible to students as well?
yes. I mean, so basically there are 3 logins here: teacher login, parent login, and student login. We have not enabled the student logins because
So what about if we post as
Mhm.
a teacher?
Yeah.
something about the student which they do not like.
Now,
So definitely, if they do not like, and we don't want them to know whatever we have posted, we have meant only their parents. We don't want kids to understand about what concerns we are discussing with their parents. And if they understand that, if they see that, definitely there will be some
discouragement.
disturbing behavior
Yeah, no,
in
no.
classroom or towards that teacher. They may get some grudge, some hatred
Yeah.
against that teacher. So how we can manage that?
Yeah, so apparently, as I said, student logins are not allowed for now. We are not allowing students to log in, so only the parents will be able to see it. But the thing about this is when you post, when you send message, I show you on the application now. This is on the browser. If it's a negative stuff, I suggest always go with the private communication. Right now we only have two parents connected with the students, so as you can see, this is my own login. You can private message. This message is private to the parent only, as you,
So there is an option to message privately to parents.
that's right. So when
That's
you
good.
post, yeah, notice that the difference between class story and message is that this content is visible to all class, all parents connected in this class, and messages is basically a private communication. So
Okay.
this is where you should be using if it's a negative thing. If this, if anything is, you know, particular to a student, yeah, you will be messaging here, not in the class story. This is a class story, but this is common items. So you will be posting only the homework. Now there isn't a facility to post your homework from the mobile, and you won't even have the file ready on your mobile. So use the browser when you go home, or you know, it doesn't have to be only Sunday. You can do it Sunday itself. You can even post Monday, Tuesday, anytime, and you know, make a due date on the Sunday. So
That is definitely the best option because
yeah,
in previous years we have struggled in terms of
homework. Yeah,
homeworks, how to deliver the homework and how to engage parents in homework. But this one definitely fill this gap.
yeah.
That's great.
Inshallah, yeah. So this is how you can just select a PDF file. This is too big a file, so I'm not going to post it. But this is how you can. So what we can do other than you know, allowing you to post here is the, we will facilitate if you want the worksheets. As you can see, let me. You can post you know, photo, video, file, record your video, and even you can also, this will be, even will be mostly admins would be doing it, so you won't be doing this. But if you have any event, you have a, you know, art, you want to do an art activity in your class next week, then you can post an art activity here, that art activity next week, for example, and what time it would be in your class. So your class you know, is 11:30 to 12, so you can post here, so parents would be aware that next week 12 o'clock is basically the, you know, art activity in history, for example. You can still do that. That is particular to your own class. But other than that, the general events will be published by the admin, so you don't need to. And you can put a reminder. You can put a reminder 5 days before, 1 day before, 1 hour before, so parents get reminded automatically. You don't even need to remember to remind them. So that's another good thing. And once you post the homework, now in the class, as you can see, this is the class story. This is where you post your homework, your, you know, updates and everything. And this is the portfolio item on here. This menu is where once the students publishes, they also have a similar tab in their login, parents login. So they can submit their homework. This is Brother Abbas Mirza had submitted from his side. So this is, you know, how he submitted, and how we, me as a teacher, I'm able to see, and I can, you know, comment nice work, you know, whatever, clear letters, good job, thank you, whatever, you know, and then you can approve it. Once you approve it, and then you can award points. So that
Mumin
gets,
Bhai, Abbas Bhai, I have a comment here just to build on the parents. So this platform is more a communication platform between the parents and the teachers. Now, within the parents login, so I have created a parent account as well. There's a section that I can choose for my son. So now his access is different than my access. So he cannot access. Actually, it asks me for a verification when, if my son has my phone and is trying to get back into the parent account, it's asking for a verification. So the parent's account could see that class story that Bas Momin Bhai just showed you a little while ago.
Yeah.
Plus it sees the messages that the teachers are sending. But when I click on my son's account within, so my login's the same. So it's a parent login on my phone, but I have the ability to click on my son's account. Now my son's account, he's able to create like an artwork. Basically there's 4 modalities that children can use to basically do their assignment. So there's a journal entry, there's a video, there's a drawing, and there's a picture. So they can choose 4 modalities in communicating, doing the assignment. So yeah, so for example, this one, it was just like a drawing thing. So that's, there's a delineation between the parents and the students' access. So even though the students are not accessing with their own user ID and password, it's the parents, but the parents have the ability to give their student or select their child's name and give them, for example, the phone, the tablet, the computer to go do their assignment. But the students will never see the messages. That class story and messages are restricted to parents only. Hopefully that clarifies it.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you for adding that. So yeah, this is the portfolio. So you will get all the homework submitted in under the portfolio. You will review them and you can add comment and approve them as needed. Or you can, if you don't like it, you can return as the draft and they can resubmit it. So that would be also another ongoing things. And I request all teachers to, assign at least one homework, not too much, but at least one, just a 1-page PDF file. I would say that would do a real great interactive activity that students has to react, and you can then award points to the students as needed, and as you like and things. So that would be it, I guess, for now. To begin with, you can go search as a whole Facebook and Google. If you have any questions, you can always Google it. This thing is public, so you might get the answer, but in either case, you are always welcome to call or message me or Brother Abbas Mirza for any question, comments, anything. So we
I
can.
posted a link for an FAQ. They have a very, very detailed FAQ in case there's questions on how to add a student, remove a student. So that link, I found it very useful for the teachers. So there's a link I posted in the chat function. And it's all encompassed in one location, so you don't have to search around, and it's provided by Classdojo. But Abbas Momin is right. There's YouTube videos, there's Facebook pages where you can access information. But I found this FAQ help for teachers really useful. So there's a link that's posted in the chat.
Assalamu alaikum. I thank you for this orientation. I understood how to use Classdojo. My question is, how are we doing the actual live class? Are we using Zoom?
Yeah, we will be using Zoom because the Classdojo does not have the facility to do the online classes. We will still be using the Zoom. We will be posting, admin will create the meetings, and we will sharing username password. So teacher will log into the Zoom and start the meeting at their scheduled time. And the meeting ID and password would be pre-shared to the parents on Classdojo. So you won't need to share that again, but you can always share it again if you want.
Okay, and it will be shared with the teachers as well through Classdojo?
Yes, it will be shared on the Classdojo. No, but you will be getting username password. So for example, if you have a class 5, grade 5 class, then you will have a username password for grade 5. So at your scheduled time, say your class starts at 11 o'clock. So at 11 o'clock, just before 11 o'clock, log into the account, Zoom account. We have 10 accounts from grade 1 to, I guess, no, sorry, less than 10, but grade 4, 5A, 5B, 6A, 6B, 7A, 7B kind of. So all the different classes have their own logins, Zoom logins. And we will give you logins for your account. Basically, if you are teaching grade 7 and 9, for example, you will get the username password for grade 7 and 9. So teacher.
Okay, so we are logging in using that account, not our own Zoom accounts.
No, that's right. You will log in as a teacher and you will start the meeting yourself.
Oh, that means between one teacher and the other, that means one logs off, another one logs in, same account.
Yeah, you can log in, multiple teachers can log in, but do not start the meeting until your scheduled time. You can log in and get ready, but do not start. For example, if your class starts at 11, wait till until 11. And if the other teacher hasn't yet concluded their meeting, you will get the message that another meeting is in progress. Please wait. So you can wait a few more minutes and then start the next class. Because
Got it.
yeah, because the students will remain the same, right? Students will be still
Right.
grade 5, students will be the same. They will just jump the meetings from one meeting to the second meeting.
And here we can request, in fact, the teachers to please make sure that you start your session on time and you finish your session on time as well.
Definitely, yeah, that would help greatly, because apparently the next teacher would be really ready to start the meeting as soon as the time is over and next class time is up. So might be mindful of that, and inshallah that should be it. So I guess I show you the avoiding points system and sharing contents, and I hope most of you have already set up your account on the Classdojo and logged in on your mobile phone. The good thing is the mobile app, you don't need to wait for the computer other than the sharing the homework. And on the homework we can also facilitate a PDF file, like for example this PDF file, this is grade 4 PDF file, and as you can see the worksheet 2.6, this is a whole book, but after each chapter there is a worksheet. If you want, we can always get you this page separated, so you will have all the worksheet as a single PDF file. I mean, worksheet 1.2, 2.1, all the worksheets will be separate in your, we can give you a whole folder of the worksheets. So whenever you want to share, you can share individual worksheet and you can expect a reply. Under the portfolio, you will get the replies. So do let me know if you want to do that, or you can make your own worksheets. You can, take it from internet, nice image, or, color filling, for example, whatever you want to do. But if you stick to the book, that would be better, but up to you. You can refer to Maulana Sahab how you want to do if you have any questions about the curriculum anytime.
For attendance, I noticed Classdojo has a place to put
Yeah.
in attendance. Do we use that, or is there something separate also we are using?
Yeah, no, so thank you for reminding on that. So please do take the attendance. Whenever you are starting the class, it would be you who would be taking the attendance. This is how you take it. Let me stop sharing this and share you the other screen. Let me start this on my mobile phone, because then you can see how you can take the attendance.
So again, great point about the attendance. And for example, in that FAQ that I sent out, there is how to take attendance. So again, very interactive, a lot of information on there. So you can, for example, if you have questions along those lines, you can definitely search it within the FAQs as well. But about my moment, is going to be going over that as well.
Yeah. So attendance is basically you go to your class, whatever your grade you're teaching, and all the students, you have on the top right 3 dots. Just click on the 3 dots on the top right menu and you get the attendance. Just click on the attendance and you have 2 ways, just this is present, you just mark absent. By default is present, you just mark absent. Whatever student is absent, you mark absent. This red is absent. Just remember that. So there are other stages like this yellow. This yellow means probably late, and then half late. So left early, this is the thing. Late arrival and left early, there are 2 things. If you want to use it, this would be up to you. Not gonna force you anything, but so there are 4 stages: present, absent, late arrival, and left early. So use it as you see fit. No problem with that, but do remember to take the attendance. We will be monitoring this, and this will be ultimately helpful to you in avoiding points. You might forget to, and then at the end you can avoid points for presence as well. As you can see, I guess that would be helping persistence, teamwork. We can add a new, skill here, timely arrival, for example. Then you can avoid points on timely arrival as well here, and you can avoid how many points you want to do. You can do 1 point, mostly keep 1 point, because that's just enough to keep the activity going. So you can click on it and this students will be awarded the points. So that this I'm under the edit skill, so you won't do that right now, but as easy as that is here, a timely arrival. So you can feel free to add more positive points. If you see there are other things you want to do, it's totally up to you. There is no, you can add unlimited, positive points, and you can add pretty much lots of needs work as well. So whatever you want to do, you can always do that. So please remember to take the attendance. We won't be using the other website we were using last year. This year, it would be, all in here. We will still be using the website only for marks, but that would be admins. Teacher won't need to log into that website for, any other things this year. Everything would be on Classdojo. Hopefully that answers. It was a
I
question.
have a question. I have a question. So as my understanding, the whole teaching will go through with Zoom. Like in personal classes, we get our ID, the student get their ID, and we take our classes. And then after the class, the PDF file which you shown, like the book, if I want to go through the book. So we have some link for the book too, or that book will be on this dojo group kind of thing.
No, so we will be sharing the whole folder that has the PDF
Okay.
file. So you can download your class, whatever
Mm-hmm.
file you need, you can download it and keep it on your computer, and then you can share it as I share
Okay.
right now. You can share the page number, whatever.
Okay, great. So my understanding is this dojo group is just for like overall performance in the class, attendance in term of participations, like in term of like, yeah, this is for that one.
Yeah, just to keep the interaction more interactive. Basically,
Yeah,
make
with
it
the
interactive.
parents
Before
as
was
well as the children.
yeah, parents were totally in the dark. They weren't really aware of anything going on, the negative or positive points. There was no communication. This would make it more interactive. Every day, as I requested, at least one awarding of points, or if you award a point, do remember to take away points if needed, whatever you want to do. But because they will get notification on mobile, so immediately. So that would make them, oh, something happened. What kind of, yeah.
Okay, a part of telling the student in the class that this is your homework, we have to put our homework on this group too. So the parents will know like what's going on in the class, what homework they will do. Okay, great. Thank you.
And when you message, you can message all parents together. You don't even need to do private message. You can just do, all parents here. When you do all parents and message, I have said, homework, please submit by this, or reminder for this. You can do that as well.
Okay, great. Thank you.
This will pop up as the message on their mobile app immediately, notification.
Thank you.
Abbas Momin, you mentioned that there is another app for marks. Is that something separate?
Yeah, I guess you weren't with us last year, so let me show you real quick. We have another website, but as I said, you won't be using it. We have a website called school.hussainicalgary.com. So this website is
okay. If we don't use it this year, then it's okay. I don't need to.
Exactly. Yeah, you won't be using it. But if a parent asks you where to register a student or where to, contact admin and stuff, they can always do it from Classdojo. But to register new students and things, the website is still live and they can register. The new registration is here. The school calendar is live here. We will be posting on the Classdojo, but it's not currently live because I removed the last year calendar. And this is the student registration. If a parent asks you how to register,
right
here.
But for teaching, we won't need this as teachers, right?
Last year we used it, but starting this year, we won't be using it.
Okay, thank you.
And I have one more question. As we have our booklet for the teaching, so that will the student will have their booklet too, or no? They have that physical like paper book or having PDF. As we have our PDF, so I think so they should have their PDF.
That's right.
What do you say?
Yeah, thank you very much for asking. Actually, I forgot to discuss that. So we are going to share the Google Drive folder to all parents. Those who wish to download PDF file, they can download the PDF file, and we will also have printed books in Hussainia starting this Thursday. So those parents who wish to take a printed book, they can take the printed book, and if they want an online book, they can download it for free.
But I still highly recommend that all the parents take the books, and all the students, when they are using the Zoom classes, they must have their own physical books, because as teachers, we don't need to make notes in our books. But students, they definitely need to make notes. They should have a pencil and a physical book in their hands, so they can highlight the important points that you are sharing, or some notes that you are teaching them, or anything, if they don't understand, they should make questions for themselves so they can ask you. So students, they should have physical books.
Yeah, definitely. And all the teachers will get a physical printed books. So please remember to pick it up. You won't be paying for it, but there's hadiah, but you don't need to do anything. You please remember to pick up whatever class you're going to teach. Please remember to see me or Brother Abbas Mirza at the Hussaini during programs to get your printed books. So all teachers will get printed books, inshallah, and online as well. So you can refer while being offline on the books as well.
Okay, thank you.
So this format, or the demo that Abbas Moon Bhai showed, it has a very similar feel to like that piece of class stories to Facebook. So you'll have the content there. It's really teacher driven. This entire platform is very, very teacher driven. Yeah. The parents could communicate, could see the class stories. They can't post on class stories, and they can communicate using the messages. So it's really, really teacher driven. So we're looking forward to all the teachers contributing, taking time, at the end of the class, even if you're sharing what you did in the class, that's something that's going to be very important. That's some comments that we've received from teachers in the past years as well, or from parents in the past years as well, like, just communication platform. So that's why we looked into this. One quick note is about class stories versus messages. So class stories are public. They're going to be made public to all of the parents. So please be careful when you're posting anything, that if it is specific, relates to a particular student, or anything like that, that, it happens in the messages section, not in the class story section.
Yeah, inshallah. That's great. Thank you. I guess any other questions about this? I know a few teachers have problems signing up to the Classdojo, but I hope most of the teachers have signed up. If anything, always get back to us.
Yeah, could you please post the books to me?
Yeah, inshallah, I'll share the Google Drive folder link right away. In fact, let me just share that right now, because so that everybody can, start downloading their files as you see fit. Let me do that. Anyone with the link, and here's it goes right there. So this is the folder where you can find all your books, inshallah. And if anything missing, let me know.
Moomin bhai, we will upload, inshallah, Quran books very soon. So Quran books are not there in that folder yet.
Yeah, do you mind?
Inshallah, by tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, the Quran books for all the grades will be, inshallah, added to that folder.
Inshallah. Yeah. Okay, I guess, yeah, do let us know if you have any questions. And as I said, you can always search online or join the Facebook. There is honestly a huge resource on the Facebook Classdojo group. So if you are using Facebook, you can join that group. You will get lots of information on how to get started, how to use it better. You can learn yourself, and I'm fairly sure that some of the teachers will do better than me, because I haven't really used this platform. And I might have to ask you next time, how do you do that? So do you learn yourself? If anything, you can always get back to us for sure. In the website as well, when you log in, you will see a lot of resources on the right side, popular teacher resources. On the right side bottom, you will see on the website quite a few links are there, videos are there.
Abbas, on the Classdojo, they're talking about school name. Do you have a school name where we can go so we can get all the teachers inside there?
Hussaini School.
Hussaini School. Okay.
Just search for Hussaini School and you should be able to connect.
So in other words, Classdojo really will be used to take attendance and to post all the information for the parents and to communicate with the with this thing. But the entire studies will be done like last year on Zoom.
That's right. Yeah. So say attendance, posting, class activity, and rewarding points. There are 3 things that teacher would be doing often.
Okay.
To keep the class activity going, basically.
On Classdojo, I don't think there's a platform for teachers to communicate. Like the teachers are going to be communicating using WhatsApp. For example, if one teacher wants to share something they learned about Classdojo that they feel was really interesting and want to share with everyone, I think they have to use the WhatsApp platform, or is there a way for teachers to communicate on Classdojo?
No, if they learn something new and they want to share it with other teachers, we have WhatsApp teachers group.
Perfect. So
Yeah.
WhatsApp teachers group is going to remain live
That's
throughout the process.
Yeah, so that group will remain active. You know, we are not doing anything with that group. Only the parents group will be deleted. So yeah, do you know, learn and share your experiences. Any problems? Don't you about the teachers group? You can post anything. If you have any trouble, don't worry about. You know, if you have experience any difficulty, that might be the case for others. So do publish. You know, whatever. That's our private group. So don't worry about agitation of sharing. If you have any problems, anything new, you can always share on the WhatsApp group. Okay, so he says, sorry, let me, I did, yeah, so the link I shared is opening only one book. That's okay. I can get the link for the folder. Actually, you're right. I copied only one. Let me delete this. So anyone has any other questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, inshallah, we'll be in touch. So next week, before next week, we will post all the meeting ID and passwords on Classdojo. We won't be posting any meeting ID, and you will be shared username password for your class. So do remember to log in, and you can log in as early as you come on. There is no restriction on login. Just you won't be able to start the meeting before your time is up. So, but other than that, you can log in and get ready. And it would be better if you log in about 10-15 minutes early, unless you have a previous class going on. So please be ready. Otherwise, I guess we'll conclude this meeting right here. And inshallah, we'll be talking about this more often as we go and learn. All of us, we are all learning. You know, please excuse my if I don't teach you something right. I'm sure I will be making some mistakes in this because I'm also learning and on this platform. There's quite a lot to do and quite a lot to learn on this.
When is the first class?
Thank you, Abbas bhai. I'm just wondering that we have the same books, or is there any change in the books, or we have the same last year books?
Yeah, same books, Baji. Yeah, we have
Okay,
same
thank
books
you.
as last year. There isn't any much difference unless there were some modifications that Maulana Sahib is doing on grade 1, 2, and 3, I guess, but nothing
All right.
on higher grades. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jazakallah.
When is the first class?
The next Sunday, I guess the first class is 10:15 a.m. We don't have assembly, so next first class will be at 10:15. Did we share the teacher timetable? I guess maybe not. Let me share the teacher timetable right now, so everybody can get their classes. Maulana Sahib has made the timetable already, and if anyone, yeah, there is probably a small change in this that we'll post, but it's not related to any teacher. You know, everyone is only for some teachers. So otherwise, this teacher timetable is pretty much the final one. You can refer to this for your class. And we will also be posting the annual calendar. I guess that is also ready, but probably I forgot to share it with the teachers. I will post that right now. So annual calendar would also be. So I guess that's it for now. Inshallah, we'll be in touch. Feel free to ask anything again. And
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I have a question actually, but this might not be related to the Classdojo. I was wondering, I looked at the calendar. There is a Imam Hussain Day on 11th of October. So are we going to be doing it virtual, or is that going to be in person with social distancing?
it'll probably be, we are not sure because that we haven't quite decided on that, but it may be virtual for now. We'll see. We'll inshallah announce that in a week. In a week, we'll announce how we are going to do the activity.
If situation improves, inshallah, then we'll have physical. But if situation goes in this way and there are more cases of COVID-19, then inshallah we'll do virtually.
And the most important watching point right now is the school. CBE has started the schools, so now the risk has gone up because our community has a lot of kids, and all, I mean, I've heard many kids are going to school, physical, in-person school. So now the cases might go up, and we might be, introducing more risks to our physical activity as well, Hussaini programs as well. We'll monitor in next few weeks. Let's see how the CBE education goes, and that will tell us how the situation, should be handled for the further activities, inshallah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much everyone for joining us, and inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us all safe. Feel free to, if you know anybody in need, any in trouble, please feel free to communicate with the Hussaini admins. We are always, we have ways to help. If you know any needy, just as an additional point, not in community, even outside as well, anybody. So feel free. Jazakallah khair, everyone. Thank you very much.
Jazakallah.
Khuda Hafiz.